Hey, Archie's here. I want to share something very meaningful that appealed a lot to me, and I think you can learn something very interesting from this video. So when I got started, and I'm talking about right now when I opened my YouTube channel, my main goal with this channel was to create content in such a way that will transform people's lives, that will help their business to grow and take to a whole new level. Because let's be honest, and this happened also to me in my life, I'm gonna admit it. When you watch videos on YouTube, you know you've got a lot of content. You have so much content right now out there. You watch these videos, and what happens is that you kind of fool yourself that you are actually learning. But when you learn when you actually implement. Because you could watch tens and hundreds of videos, you could watch even mine videos, but if you don't take action, if you don't take that piece of information that creator is sharing, and if you don't implement, nothing is going to work. It's like this. Imagine you want to lose, some weight. You are watching some videos, some fitness videos with a guy training like in a gym. Alright, so you see how he's doing some push-ups. In the meantime, you are eating some chips with cola. Well, what do you think is gonna happen? Do you think that magically somehow you say to yourself, oh, like I'm watching this guy, it's so cool? Do you really think that like after finishing that video you're gonna get that six-pack? So that, it's just impossible. That is not going to work. It's a fantasy world. You have to take that knowledge to see how he executes and then start implementing in your life as well. And the biggest key is that here, when you watch some videos and when you implement it, do you want to implement that once and kind of like afterward you say to yourself, okay, I've learned it, I know how to do that? Or do you want to do that on a consistent basis to see the outcome? Because you could, do the push-up once and then for the rest of your life you don't do any push-ups. Does that help? That is going to make so little impact on your life that maybe next day you're gonna have some muscle sore, but eventually you will not see any results. You have to do those push-ups consistently before you see the outcome. And that happens with every single area of your life. So I wanted to make sure that my content is going to help my fans, my subscribers, to implement them. So I try to make it super simplified. And if you pay attention to my videos, I want to make sure it's like a step-by-step guide, because when you know every single step, what to do, you're more likely to implement it. Otherwise, if it's too overwhelming, you're not going to implement because you don't know what to do next. Like you don't know, like in your mind, you're thinking, oh, I've got like millions of things to do. I have this and I have to create this creative and I have to make this customer research and I have so much things. I also have like the fulfillment. You have so many things in your head and you don't know what to do because it seems that you have millions of things to do, so you don't know where to start. That's why when you have a step-by-step guide like, hey, do this, do that, you are more likely to implement. So now the question is, did I accomplish that for my videos? Well, I could not tell you 100%. However, I'm getting very thankful and grateful messages from people who are watching me on YouTube, on Instagram, and they say that my content impacted their life and it helps them with their business, and that makes me very, very fulfilled. Like my fulfillment is actually through getting these messages, and I see that I impact people's life with my marketing knowledge. This is what makes me feel happy. Now, as you can see, this video has a different format. It's not like me, talking about tutorials and tips on how to improve your sales. It's just me sharing my thoughts in front of a camera. And I want to create these types of videos on my YouTube channel. Kind of want to mix and match these types of content, having tutorials and also me sharing my thoughts, my view on life, my view on the mindset, my view on pretty much growing a business, scaling a business, because this is my passion. And you know it when you love something, you're just talking about this. In fact, if you have one day like an opportunity to talk to me, you will see that all I talk is this. I talk about business, I talk about money, I talk about success, I talk about fitness, and pretty much, and sometimes relationships. And this is pretty much all the conversations that you could have. You'll not see me talking about gas prices, about all the negativity that happens in the world with the economy. You will not see me talking about that. That's not who I am, all right? I am talking just only about those conversations. And if you already talk to me maybe via DM, you will notice that. That also leads me to the next thing that I want to share, and that is identity. This is the keyword, identity. When you have a specific identity, what happens is you are taking actions from that identity person. So let me give you just an example. Let's say that you are fitness, like you love very much fitness. So if your identity is a healthy person, you see yourself as a person who trains, who eat healthy, you'll take all the habits of that person. You'll go to the gym, you'll eat healthy, you'll drink enough water, you'll sleep enough. In fact, when you are not doing those habits, you will feel itchy, you will feel weird. So that happened also to me because I love going to the gym. If I miss a day for some reasons, maybe I'm moving somewhere, I'm traveling, what happens is that I feel very bad. It drives me crazy if I don't go at that day to the gym. Even though I say I could go the next day, it is not like that. I have a schedule. I know exactly from this time to that time I go to the gym. This is my schedule. It's in my program, all right? And it's exactly the same with business. I have every single day I know what to do. I have specific tasks when I have to create content, when I have to work on my client accounts, when I have to talk to my clients. So if something happens, if I don't go and let's say I miss a specific period of time when I have to work on my client accounts, it drives me crazy, right? I feel so bad, I feel so itchy, I have that guilty in me. I have this kind of feeling. So it is because of the identity. Because back then, I wasn't that an ambitious person. When I was 15, 14 years old, probably from 10 till let's say 16 years old, something like that, I was pretty much a very lazy person. I was a very lazy child. Playing games, I was playing a lot of games. If you know something like Grand Theft Auto, Counter-Strike, I don't know if you heard about these games, but yeah, I was playing a lot of games at the time. However, I had 2 turning points in my life that completely took my life from being a broke, poor person to where I am right now, and I'm very grateful. Maybe in my next videos I will share also with you what are those 2 turning points. So if you're interested, just let me know in the comments below. I will be very, very actually excited to share. Every single time when I share these stories with a client or with someone I talk to, it's something that it's very exciting, and I could talk for hours. That's why if I talk right now about these stories, this video is going to be hours, for hours and hours in terms of the length. So now I want to share also with you the 3 rules that I follow in my life, and I took these rules and I also implemented in my business. In fact, I have an onboarding system. When I start working with my first with these clients that they've never worked with me, they first go through this onboarding process. And within the onboarding process, I also have a video where I talk about these 3 rules. These 3 rules are extremely important, because what I've noticed that when my clients and I follow these 3 particular rules, we are more likely to take this business to a whole new level. And what I noticed is that, and this also makes me so happy, is that some of my clients, they were not ready for these 3 rules, but they said, okay, I'm committed 100% and let's make it. And then by implementing these 3 rules, they kind of established this in all in their daily life activities, and now also their life the overall quality of their life improved significantly. because of these 3 rules, and that makes me so happy when they're sharing me all their all their wins and all the things that they are accomplishing in their life because of these 3 habits. So let me share this with you. The first rule is no excuses. All right, you either make excuses or you grow a business, or you accomplish your goals. You cannot do them both, period. This is what I learned, and just you can't, okay? You can't do them both, because when you are making excuses, all right, you will find a lot of things to justify why you're not taking action. On the other hand, when you know where you're heading to, when you know like 100% clarity where you're striving for, like what do you want to do with your life, you have 100%, like you know exactly your vision, you know where you want to take your business, you will do whatever it takes to find solutions to every single problem. That's why nothing and nothing could stop you. And if you look at all the successful business owners, just look at them, don't take my word for it. Just look at them and pay attention to their thoughts, pay attention to their mindset, pay attention to what they're doing on a daily basis. Do you really think that they have in their vocabulary words that trigger those excuses? I could guarantee you 1,000%, not 100%, that they are not making excuses. Now, it might happen, of course, like we might, relax. I'm not saying that you need to be an alcoholic, but I am saying that if you find yourself making too many excuses, that's the reason why you're not growing your business. And in fact, this is what my mentor also said to me. Pretty much, your business is a reflection of you. So everything that doesn't work in your business, it's because of you. It's because of you. It is not because of your employees. It is not because of a platform. I've heard a lot of this. Oh, Facebook ads don't work for my business. The algorithms don't work for me. Well, did you spend enough time on learning the marketing fundamentals and improving this skill? I ask them, how many hours do you spend on this? 30 minutes a week? Well, no wonder why your business is not growing. That's exactly the reason why. It is because of you. So, and that leads me to the second rule, no blaming. All right, you could either blame, pretty much everything around you or anyone else around you, like the government, your friends, your family. I've heard a lot of this, I don't have a support from my family growing my business. And my answer is don't even expect, all right? Don't even expect the support from them. I could tell you throughout my career, my parents also did not understand what I am doing. And even now they don't understand what I'm doing, even though I've got a little bit of success. But I could tell you they don't understand what I'm doing. They would be, sometimes I'm thinking they would be happier if I go to a job. All right, so don't expect. If you think that the moment when you get to that success, they will understand what you're doing, that doesn't happen very often. How I see this is in this way. You pretty much have two options, two choices. You are letting other people to dictate how you want to live your life, and eventually you will have a lot of regrets in your life. You will not accomplish your goals and your dreams, where you let them I understand that when you have your family, you can't stop talking to them. But what I'm saying is that pretty much you want to a little bit ignore what they are saying in terms of, hey, don't work that hard, this is not that important, don't prioritize these things. And then you have to counter that through a better environment. You have to have people who support your goals, people who are bringing you up, who are trying to help you out with your goals. So this is going to look something like this. You have the time when you get some negativity from dear people, and then you want to go to a good environment to counter all those negative thoughts, so you could go back and start working on your goals and your dreams. I know it's very, very hard. For me, it was very, very tough as well, but I've been doing this for quite a long time, and now it's already a habit. I am already familiar with this. I am comfortable with this as well, and I know I can't change it. You can't change actually someone's thoughts if they don't want it. I try to kind of explain my parents about how I view life, and my mother actually started understanding a little bit. My dad doesn't really understand this. However, I really admitted I can't change their thoughts because their programming has been for decades. You can't change someone's thoughts unless they really, really, really want it. Now, circling back to that second rule, no blaming. So, you see, blame people are lame people. The moment when you're blaming, this is what happens. You say to yourself that you are powerless. You don't have control of your life. You don't have control over your ad campaigns. Because imagine you're saying, oh, it is because of the algorithms. The algorithms don't understand who to show my ads to. I feel that we're not targeting the right audience. Well, this is what you're saying. I am powerless and I let all the control to happen from the Facebook ad side. I don't have any control on how many sales I'm getting from the Facebook ads. And I could tell you that the beauty of running ads is that you actually have control the moment when you stop blaming. And this is what happens. This is how this works. The things that you have control over, which is your ad creatives, your offer, right? Your message, your website, your products. These are the things that you have control over. Are you following me? Now, these are the things that are impacting the most your results when you're running ads on Facebook, on TikTok, doesn't matter the platform. And things like ad set budget optimization, campaign budget optimization, ad account structure, they have the least impact. So on a scale of 100%, they have let's say a 5% impact. The other 95% are the things that you have control over. Now, do you see how much you can grow your business when you say to yourself, okay, I'm not going to blame the algorithms, I'm not going to blame the platform, I am going to take 100% full responsibility on my life, on my business, and I will do all that I can to improve those results. I'm going to train myself about how to create better ads, how to create a better offer, how to create a better message for my ads, and I'm going to take that knowledge, I'm going to implement it, and those are going to help me to improve those results. That's a whole new level of thinking, and that's how I wanted to think about it. Now, the third and the last rule that I follow and I also communicate with my clients is no emotions. Now, in the life you want to have emotions, however, in business, I don't have any emotions, all right? I sometimes, if you talk to me about the business, about numbers, about data, you will feel me as a robot, if you know what I mean. You will feel that I am not actually a human being. And that's weird. People told me I look I sound weird when I talk about business. So this is what happens, all right? If you make actions, if you take action based on emotions, and that happens usually when you're very passionate about your products, about your business, then you are dictating your emotional state on the actions that you are doing. So one day you feel bad, all right, and you take some bad actions. Another day you feel amazing, and then you take good actions. Because of this roller coaster emotional state, you're not going to be able to scale your business, because in order to scale a business, you need to have predictable outcomes. Predictable outcomes meaning you have to know on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, what is the return on investment that you are getting? What are the amount of sales that you are getting? When you know these numbers, you know what to improve, you know what to not focus on, you know what to avoid, and you know what to work on to improve your results, and eventually to start increasing the budget. You have much more confidence on doing all those things. And confidence is everything, and confidence helps you with every single area of your life. I don't even need to talk about the importance of this because you already know it. And I admit it, when I got started with my first clients, I had this roller coaster emotional state. I had bad days and I felt horrible, and I let these metrics make me see my self-worth, which that was horrible. Because of that, I had quite big health issues. I had 2 burnouts in my life. In fact, when I had those burnouts, I almost needed to call the ambulance. However, it was like eventually was everything good. But I want to emphasize and show you how this can impact your life if you're letting these metrics, if you're letting your emotions dictate how, like, your self-worth, how you see your business. It might lead to like really bad health issues. So that's why now I am more calm. I know that, you know, these platforms, they might be volatile. They might be, you know, sometimes we might have 2 or 3 days good sales, another day not be that good. However, I look at the, you know, what is the average return on spend? What are the average, you know, sales? What is that like revenue? And by looking at these average numbers on a weekly and monthly basis, I can guarantee you'll be happier and you will not be that stressed out in your life. All right, so that was the 3 rules that I've been following for almost 5 years. Can you imagine, like 5 years? And because I'm doing that for such a long time, I actually do not even think about them. I don't have the vocabulary of a person who makes excuses. I never blame. When it comes to the business, I don't have emotions. This is who I am. This is my identity, all right? This is what I'm doing on a daily basis. This is what I've been doing for like years, and it's something that I do on a consistent basis. All right, and this concludes this video, this first video format like this. I know so far I've been recording just tutorials and tips. However, like I said, I want to mix and match these 2 formats on my YouTube channel, because I feel that in this way I'll be able to connect much better with you, and you will know much more about my life. You'll know how I think, my perspective on different areas of life. So eventually we could connect better. We could talk also about some other things other than business, because I just love sharing all these thoughts. I hope that you learned something from this video, and let me know in the comments below if you enjoy this type of content. And until next time, I will speak to you in my next video.